Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the secrets behind corporate jargon and make sense of big business news for you. And this report from WSCO International Incorporated is no exception. We are diving into a recent filing that sheds light on some important transitions within the company, a shift in leadership, and what it might mean for the road ahead. So stick around to decode what is really going on. In a nutshell, this filing confirms a key leadership change at WSCO International Incorporated. David S. Scholes, the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, has officially transitioned out of that role on the 16th of February 2026, with Indranil Dev stepping in as the new Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. But that is not the whole story. Scholes isn't disappearing entirely. He is staying on in a special advisory role until his retirement later in May of 2026, so it is a planned and orderly handover. Now, WSCO International Incorporated is a pretty big player in the industrial distribution world. Think of them as a massive supplier for businesses that need all sorts of equipment and supplies to do their jobs, from electrical and utility to data communications and security. They are a cornerstone in many supply chains, which is why changes at the top like this are always worth a close look. For context, I want to quickly show you what is registered with the stock exchange. This tells us that their common stock, the very shares that many investors might own, is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Under the ticker symbol WCC, this is the main stage for their financial lifeblood. Now, you might be wondering why this particular filing is important. It focuses on personnel changes, specifically the Chief Financial Officer role. A CFO is one of the most critical positions in any company. They manage the company's finances, ensure accurate reporting, and play a huge part in strategic decisions. So when there is a change this significant, it is essential for us to understand the context and the implications. The report itself is dated the 17th of February 2026, but it is reporting an event that happened on the 16th of February 2026. This is the official confirmation of the CFO transition we just talked about. It is called a Form 8K, a current report that companies file to announce major events that shareholders should know about promptly. This section is where the nitty-gritty of leadership changes lives, and as expected, it details the transition of David S. Scholes, the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. He had previously agreed to stay on through a mutually agreed date in February 2026, and that date has now arrived. Indranil Dev, known as Neil. Dev has officially taken the reins as the new Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This part is key. It confirms that this move was not a surprise. They had already signaled this change back on the 10th of February in a previous filing Mr. Scholes' tenure, as CFO concluded on the 16th of February and Mr. Dev has stepped in. But what is really interesting here is Mr. Scholes' continuing role. He will remain with the company as an executive vice president and will serve as a special advisor to the CEO. He will do this until his final retirement on May 31st, 2026. This suggests a smooth handover with the benefit of Mr. Scholes' experience still available to the company for a period. So what does this mean for WSCO International Incorporated? Well, typically a CFO transition can signal a lot of things. It might mean a new strategic direction, a focus on different financial priorities, or simply the natural progression of a career. It is very common for experienced CFOs to take on advisory roles after stepping down from day-to-day operations, giving the company the benefit of their wisdom. As a new leader settles in, we did not find any direct financial table. In this particular filing, this was a very specific report focused on the change in Chief Financial Officer. So we don't have numbers to crunch directly here, but understanding these leadership moves is a vital part of understanding the company's overall health and direction, looking at the broader picture for WSCO International Incorporated. They operate in a stable but competitive industry. Distribution is all about efficiency, scale, and strong customer relationships. Leadership stability, especially in finance, is usually seen as a positive for investors because it suggests continuity and predictable financial management. However, any change, even a planned one like this, does introduce a degree of uncertainty. The new CFO, Mr. Dev, will have to quickly get up to speed and implement his own approach. Investors will be watching closely to see if there are any immediate shifts in financial strategy or reporting under his leadership. The fact that Mr. Scholes is staying on in an advisory capacity is a good sign that the company is trying to minimize disruption and leverage existing knowledge, which can be a significant strength. One notable aspect CT here is the deliberate timeline. Mr. Scholes is not just walking away, he is facilitating a transition and providing continuity. This shows a commitment to the company's long-term success and suggests that the leadership team is working collaboratively to navigate this changing conclusion. This filing is primarily about personnel, a crucial piece of the corporate puzzle. While there are no direct financial results to analyze in this specific document, the confirmation of a new chief financial officer and the continued involvement of the outgoing CFO until his retirement are significant events for WSCO International. Incorporated, it signals a commitment to a well-managed transition and could set the stage for future financial strategies under new leadership. What is your take on this leadership change at WSCO International? Incorporated, do you think it signals anything particular about the company's future direction? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more exclusive content and discussions. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode of Corporate Decoder.